Hey guys, Colleen here, and today I'll be doing my August wrap-up. So for the month of August, I did really well. I read 11 books, and I'm so happy about that because school is now starting and I don't know how many books I'll be able to read in September. But I started August with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Steve Larson, and I really liked this book. It was almost a 5 out of 5 stars for me, but I had a bit of issues with it, such as the long chapters and the author uses their first name and then switches out to their last names, which was really confusing for me, and there were so many names in this book. And if you don't like violence or rape or murder, I do not suggest you to read this book. Then I picked up Looking for Alaska by John Green. I read The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I didn't really enjoy it as much as people did, but I really liked this book. I liked the story, I liked the format of this book. It's leading up to this certain event, and it was very interesting to read. And I read this book without knowing anything except for the fact that it was set in a boarding school, and I think I got a lot of things out of that by not knowing anything, and I suggest you to not know anything when you read this book. So 4 out of 5 stars for me. Then I read some ebooks, and I read City of Fallen Angels and City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, and those were a reread, and I found them painful to finish. It was the same thing that I felt when I first read them. 2 out of 5 stars for City of Fallen Angels and 3 out of 5 stars for City of Lost Souls. But I still really like the series, and I hope that City of Heavenly Fire is really good. Then I picked up The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien from the library, and I really enjoyed this book. I loved the adventures that they all had. It was easy to follow, and I wish it was a hobbit or at least a dwarf. Then I read another ebook, and it was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. It has been getting a lot of hype during the summer, so I felt like I was missing out. So I had to read it, and I loved it. At first, I found it boring, the first few sections of it, but then I kept going since it was very short, and I loved the format of it. I loved how it was written. I was mind blown when I finished that book, and I still think about that book almost every day. 4 out of 5 stars for me. And then for my favorite book that I read in August, it was Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. As you can see, I tabbed it a lot, and the tabs are for this certain love interest that Selena has. This book was unexpected, and I loved it. It was a 5 out of 5 stars for me. I have to tell you, there is a love triangle, so if you're not into that, I still suggest you to read it, because I love love triangles, but I really loved this too, and it was just so nice, and it's fantasy, guys. Like, come on, just read it, because it's amazing. And because I picked this one up, I had to pick up Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. It's the sequel to Throne of Glass. This has more action in it rather than love triangles and all that. There's not really a love triangle here anymore. It is amazing, guys. Pick it up, because The Airfire is now out, I think, and Sarah J. Maas, you're my favorite author now. 5 out of 5 stars for both books. Then while I was in Scotland, I picked up The Selection by Kira Cass, and I'm so glad I picked this up. It was such a fast read. It was easy to love, and the characters were easy to like. And reality meets dystopian, guys. Like, who doesn't want that? It reminds me of America's Next Top Model. I know people say it reminds them of The Bachelor's, but I've never watched that, so I can't really compare it to it. But it was so interesting, and I can't wait to read one, and 4 out of 5 stars for me. Then I picked up If I Stay in an ebook form and Where She Went by Gail Forman. Where She Went is in Adam's perspective, and it's really interesting to see how he dealt with everything and how the events that happened in If I Stay had affected him. I also liked Maya's relationship with her family, and also with Adam and her friends, like everyone around her. I didn't love the books, but I didn't hate them. I just wasn't blown away. I didn't really have high expectations with them anyway. 3 out of 5 stars for me for both the books. Then I'm currently reading The Maze Runner by James Dashner. Some people have either been loving this book or hating it, and so far I'm okay with the book. I'm not blown away by it. I am on page 65, and it's been good so far. Nothing major has happened yet. You will know how I feel about it when you watch my September wrap-up. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a really great September reading month, and I hope I do too. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!